can, but I think, 20 minutes should be enough time. Can I get y'all's name first?
Yeah, my name is Jason Lago.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Jason Lago, L-A-G-O.
Jason, L-A-G-O, okay.
Yep.
And my name is Dustin.
Okay. And where are you guys located?
We're in Northern California.
And can I ask how old you are?
We're 25.
25, all right, let's like that. Great. So, why do you like Donald Trump?
We like Donald Trump because we want to change in the current political situation. We think that we need drastic change. Obviously, things haven't been going well. We haven't had very much success with Obama over the last 8 years, and putting Hillary Clinton in office is going to be essentially an extension of that, and we really change. We really like Donald Trump's policies. We don't let him as our president, and we think we're a great thing.
I'm sorry, and who was that speaking just now?
That was Dustin.
Dustin, okay. Sorry. Want to make sure I'm... and why did... is your site associated with the campaign, or do you just start it on your own?
We just run it on our own.
And why did you think, what kind of inspired you to do that?
Pretty much what inspires us to run the page is, just to continue to see, the Donald Trump campaign expand and to hopefully have him become president and for the better of our country as we feel strong that Hillary Clinton thought, a viable option for our next president of the United States. So essentially what we're trying to do is just build more awareness with the millennials, and many of them seem to be uninformed of the actual truth behind the policies of Donald Trump, following the various fallacies or propaganda put out by the people that isn't necessarily true. So we're trying to spread the truth to other millennials so that they can vote based on actual education and not what they want.
Yeah, because one of the reasons I'm writing this story is that some polls have come out recently that show, Clinton has been struggling with millennials, but it looks like Trump is also struggling greatly to attract younger voters. Do you feel like you have had success kind of changing or persuading other millennials to support Trump?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had great success. I know in my personal life, I've persuaded quite a few Bernie Sanders supporters. A lot of people are just sick of the establishment, and they don't really fully understand that Donald Trump. We understand Donald Trump can say some pretty radical things, and that can throw a lot of people off. But our main goal here is to, more rely on the policies of Donald Trump and how they would benefit to millennials. The tax breaks are for one. People coming out of college, and these are all proposed tax breaks, so, obviously they'd still have to go through Congress and things like that. But,
Right. That's his idea, sure.
Yeah, people coming out of high school not being taxed, period, is a great way for people to be able to move out of their mom's house and get established in life. In college, Bernie Sanders proposed a $15 increase in the wage, but also then their tax would essentially go up. We believe that a tax break is more beneficial to us as people, companies in general. It wouldn't put the burden on them. And we also feel the government isn't the answer for everything. And a lot of millennials believe that, Democrats are the way to go because they parade the Black Lives Matter movement, an anti-cop establishment, but Democrats are for bigger government, whereas Republicans are not. So that when you relay something like that to millennials, they seem to really start to sway back to So that's where we're finding our best results in, is to relay that smaller government works. And anyone that feels government does a good job of what they're doing probably really hasn't had that talk.
And you said in your own personal life that you've persuaded some former Sanders supporters to vote for Trump, do you think?
Absolutely. I have not yet met one Sanders supporter that is voting for Hillary. Not a single one. And I feel that we're in the Democratic hotbed in California, and if I can persuade, it will go. It either goes like this: either people will not be persuaded to go to Trump, and they will certainly not be persuaded to vote for Hillary. They just won't vote, or they're persuaded to Trump, or maybe even potentially Gary Johnson, who I don't find is an awful pick, but I just find that Trump is the better pick, more reasonable policies as far as economics and stuff like that, job creation. And that's the problem, is millennials are having a hard time getting jobs. And that I know tons of people in California that are having jobs that are crap, essentially. They're working $10 an hour and they're struggling, and they hear these Democratic platforms where they're promised free stuff, and they figure that's the only way up. When really they need, help with a dream, essentially, build something, do something. Get out there, build a skill, get paid more that way.
Mm-hmm. Great. Can I ask what the two of you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer.
And I work in software sales. We do not work together, though.
Okay. Well, I know that's big business, in California.
Absolutely. It's a great business.
And did you all go to college?
No, we don't go to college.
No.
Okay.
So we're one of the lucky statistics that got out of high school and were able to overcome the college, what I would call the college slump. So.
Right. No college debt. You don't have the college debt.
No college debt. Yeah, and we had the college. We had the college income.
That's great. Well, thank you guys so much for responding to my message. It can be, I'm based in DC, it can be kind of hard to figure out how to get in touch with actual real voters sometimes. So I appreciate you having the site and responding. So I am not entirely sure when this story is going to run, but I'm happy to send you a message when I know, or send you the link to the story. I'm not sure if you're reading the box upload every day, so
Yeah, cool.
I can send you a link to the story.
Yeah, if you could, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we
Great.
appreciate
Well,
that.
thanks so much for calling.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Great. Talk to you later. Bye.